Hi, welcome to How to Repair. Have you come back to your washing machine to find out you've got an OE error code, or sometimes misinterpreted as 0E? Whether you have an old machine or a new machine, this video is going to show you how to easily fix the 5 most common problems that can occur with the machine. The first thing you want to do is turn the power off to the machine. Then you want to actually pull the flap down, and there is a pipe inside. You want to drain the machine down. Use a tray. This could take a few minutes to drain down. Once the machine has finished draining down, reinsert the plug. Now we need to remove the filter. If the pump filter will not undo, you may have coins or something behind here. Don't go forcing it. Watch later in the video and I'll show you how to take the whole pump unit off. This pump undoes. Inspect inside here for debris and any coins that you may find. Make sure you inspect at the back of the impeller, looking for any little elastic bands or possibly anything that may have come off clothing. Make sure the impeller turns freely. On AC pumps you will feel a notching, but on the DC pumps they just rotate freely. If you had a blockage in the pump, then retest the machine at this point. If not, you want to be looking at the sink unit, making sure that all the fittings going to the sink unit have got no obstructions in them. You can also test the machine by putting the waste hose into a bucket to see if water is coming out of the waste hose. If not, we now need to strip the machine down. On new and old machines, the process is very similar. The screws on some machines are in different places. Tap the lid backwards. Remove the soap drawer by pressing the button down. Remove the screws holding the panel in place. There are sometimes 1 or 2 screws holding the panel in place. On new machines, there are a couple of catches at the top and the panel will come away. On old machines, there's catches at the front and also the bottom. Next, we need to remove the door seal. This is exactly the same on both types. Peel the door seal back. Remove the 2 screws holding the door lock. Remove the flap at the bottom. 1 screw inside. Pull out the plastic cover. There are 2 screws on this model. On older types, the whole panel comes away. On the older type, there are 3 screws at the bottom. Then remove 2 or 3 screws at the top, depending on which model you have. The panel will then come towards you, lift up and come away. Your model number can be found on the identification plate. Whether you have an AC or DC pump, you really want to inspect this sump hose. There are 3 clips that you want to take off the pump and the sump hose. Then remove the hoses. Then remove the screw that holds the sump hose in place. Then drop the hose down. You may find an obstruction in the sump hose, like a small sock. Take the hose off completely and make sure you clean it thoroughly. Also worth cleaning this pressure bowl tube. The pump can now be easily removed. On some models of LG, they have put a plastic catch underneath that you need to release before dropping the pump back. You will need to remove the motor harness. Okay, as I said, I've got 2 pumps here, one off the LG early versions of the machine and the late versions of the machine. On 2020 onwards, they are now fitting a DC pump unit. On the early ones, they are fitting an AC pump motor. You can actually see the differences between the 2 straight away. Now, not only am I going to show you how to change the pumps, but I just wanted to quickly make a couple of points to you. If you've got blockages in the pump and you're unable to take the filter out, you might be able to go down through the holes to remove any of the coins that are blocking the pump. Second, if you still can't take it off, you can remove the back of the pump. All you actually need to do is remove the 3 screws, and I'll be showing you that in a second. You can see clearly that on the DC version, which is the later machine, the pump is very different. But LG really have stepped up their game. They are now putting the part number on the actual Pacific units to make it easy identifiable for you. If you need to take the motors off or put a new motor on, it is worth putting a mark across the pump housing and the pump itself to make sure you put it back in the correct location. On this pump, we have to undo the 3 screws. The pump will then come away. On the DC pumps, there is a clip halfway round, and you need to actually pull this clip back while twisting the motor. This allows the motor to twist and come away. Okay, I'm going to do a quick electrical test on the AC one just so you can see what the reading should be, because both of these pumps are good pumps. Now I've set the meter onto 200 range ohms, and on the AC pump you can see it does stamp on the back that it's a 220, 240 and it's a 30 watt. Using an ohms reading, I'm able to get a reading of approximately 158 ohms. Now on the DC pumps there are 3 pin configurations, and I'm going to test across all fields so you can actually see the readings on these. Going from pin 1 to 3 I am getting 3.3. Going from pin 1 to 2 I am getting 3.2, and going from pin 2 to pin 3 I am getting 3.2 again. That's showing all the readings for these 2 pumps. Once you have found the blockage or replaced the pump, you will be able to put the machine into test mode to actually go through the test procedures, or you could put the machine onto a standard wash load. The actual machine in the diagnostic mode will fill with water, and then you will be able to advance it to the point where it empties. And you will hear the water leaving the machine. On the screen you will either see links to the 2 different type of diagnostic mode on old and new machines, and in the description below I will also put these links for you. There is a full list of all LG pumps in the description as well, and do remember to shop with us, as that's what keeps us going and able to make these videos for you. Thanks very much indeed for watching.